Hello, everyone. Taser2 here, and welcome back to the Lads Podcast. This is episode 12, and yeah, we're back with this.
Episode 12. Wow,
It's
we're
been
really going high, aren't we? We're almost in the teens.
yeah, we're right now we're just a angsty preteen that's mad at their mom because
I am 12 and this is deep.
yeah, I am 12
Yeah.
and I can't believe you would make me clean my room. Can't believe you've
You
done
just don't
this.
understand. You just don't
You just
understand,
don't
Mom.
understand. It's not a phase.
Jeez, you just don't get me. All right,
So,
let's stop with the angsty preteen. We're
yeah.
not good at that.
So, yeah, yeah, it's been two
Yeah,
weeks.
it's been that long. It felt longer, honestly, for me.
Yeah, I've just been off doing school things and building computer things. So that's why I didn't really have time to do this. Speaking of building
Yeah.
computer, I'm on the new computer. It doesn't have a graphics card yet, so that's why I'm not streaming or anything like that. Speaking of streaming, the next time I'd be doing that would be Friday because someone from Extra Life said, "Hey, I'm running a trivia show about games. Do you want to be on it?" And I said yes.
That sounds really cool.
So we'll be doing that. So if you don't follow me on Twitch, head on down, check it out. It's fun. It's cool. We have fun there. And yeah,
Yeah.
that
Twitch
that's
stream.
that's
I'll be
Twitch.
watching, probably.
So let's talk about the computer a little bit. It's an
Well,
i7.
it worked.
Yeah, it
It
works.
worked.
We're on it,
Yeah.
and it's running on a Intel i7 core processor, 9700K, which I think is at 3.7 gigahertz. So it's pretty beefy. Should be able to run most modern games and then some.
Nice.
And it has this gigantic cooler that I forget the name of, but it's a Noctua cooler, which people who know computers will know that brand. 16 gigabytes of G.Skill DDR4 RAM at 3200 megahertz, which is 16 gigabytes is should be able to run most modern games and then some. That's pretty much the specs I'm going for because streamer
Yeah. You want to
and
be able to stream the good games.
yeah, stream game, play game,
Good game.
um,
Do the stream.
play game. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the computer for right now.
Pretty
Tonight, or
exciting, huh?
not tonight, tomorrow is the release of NVIDIA RTX 3060, which is going to be their cheapest one of the 30 series, which I'm pretty sure I shared with you how crazy it is right now with those graphics cards. Because
I think so.
I got everything in Micro Center at a reasonable price.
Oh yeah, yeah. You did show us those
Yeah, like
those details.
yeah, it was like $850 for everything except the graphics card, which is pretty
Right.
good. I mean, usually you spend around 1200 to $1,500 on a new computer, generally speaking, for a good range computer. Not completely overkill, not just good.
It's a decent working one.
So I'd say I made out okay. Once I hopefully I can get the graphics card because like I was explaining with the market, it's right now a bunch of scalpers buying it up, selling it at exorbitant rates. You go on Facebook and you look up or Facebook Marketplace or eBay or whatever, and they're selling like 5 year old cards for $600, 800 bucks.
Yeah.
So I also asked for viewer submitted questions.
Do we get
Uh,
any?
Yeah, we got one on the.
Wow.
Yeah, we got one from the last cast. It came in after we finished recording, and this is from
Oh.
Charlie,
Ooh,
our
okay.
good old friend Charlie
A
baby.
guess from an episode that we recorded many episodes ago,
Yes, episode
a long
5,
time ago.
and he
Wow, that was a while.
and he says thoughts on the current state of the American education system, i.e., virtual learning, course instruction, lack of school incentives and activities, impact on our levels of children. Charlie baby.
See, that was a good topic. I like that question.
Yeah, I liked it too. That's why I asked it.
Mhm.
So
Let's see. This might be a big one. This might take a majority of our topic time, honestly, because there's a lot that could be said.
so there's like this kind of like, I want to call it a paradox between online schooling and regular schooling. Like, I don't get as good enough as an education, I think, but at the
Hmm.
same time, I like being able to do my own thing.
From home, we not
Yeah,
have to get up super early every morning and get dressed and all that. You
right.
could just,
Because to catch the
yeah,
bus, I have to wake up at like 5 a.m.
yeah.
because
No one likes
I
that. That's
live out in
annoying.
the middle of nowhere. So yeah, I have to get up super early for the bus, and now I can wake up like an hour later. Save me some sleep. So I like that. I also like the fact that I can study how I want. Like, I don't
Hmm.
have anyone trying to put me in boxes pretty much. Tell me what
Yeah.
to do. Just give me the gib content, and then I'll
Gib.
learn. Gib content, and I will learn it. But the other thing is the motivation to do so. Because I'm sitting here on this
Yeah, it's
computer,
gone.
and I'm like, yeah, but I could be on Twitter. you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's what a lot of my teachers were even saying is that like if they were a student this year, they'd probably be doing that too because there's no motivation
Right.
to really show up to
And
class
especially
at
for
all.
seniors.
Hmm.
Because for me,
Senioritis really kicking.
yeah, it really do be kicking. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these, like, I look at my list of classes. I have 6 classes, and I go, I only need to pass 2 of these.
Yeah.
So, and I only need to pass them. I don't have to do stellar.
Yeah, you just have to get by.
So,
I think C is passing, right? That's like the lowest you can get
well,
and still passing.
A D is also
D is
passing, except for
passing?
my classes, because I have AP classes, so they're weighted different.
Mm, right.
And
But yeah,
also,
that means
I want to go to college, so
right, so you want good
I
grades.
might want good grades.
You might want a little bit better than passing.
Now, if we want to expand out and talk about the American education system
Yeah, I thought that's where
before
he was going.
before
I've got a lot
virtual.
I could say about that. Ooh, boy.
Okay. First complaint, desks. Desks suck. I don't like
Oh,
desks.
okay. I mean, yeah, I agree. I kind of like them. Not gonna
Well,
lie,
the
I
reason I don't like
prefer
desks is there's a couple of reasons. One
they
reason is
uncomfy.
they're uncomfy and small. Second
Okay,
reason
that I
is
can agree
I
to.
don't like sitting that long.
I can also agree to that.
Like, I can sit and do work at a desk, which is what I do now for virtual and for
Hmm.
YouTube and stuff like that, but I can't do it all the time.
Yeah, and at school it's like 7 hours for 5 days just at a desk.
Right.
It's
So,
not quite that ain't it.
yeah, so I don't like doing that. At least I, because of looking at the screen for that long, at least we don't have that problem anymore.
Right.
Or in regular school, we don't have that problem. Like, I got blue light glasses
Hmm.
because the screen. And
Right.
people make the memes. It's like, oh, playing video games for 5 hours, totally fine. And then it's like, it's like, guy thumbs up, and it's like, And it's like me after online school for 20 minutes. And it's the
Yeah.
picture of that guy. Uh, where is it from? It's from a movie. I want to say it's Caroline, but I feel like that's wrong. He's like sitting at the
Oh,
computer
the
and like,
dad.
yeah, the
Yeah,
dad.
yeah, yeah. It's Coraline.
Is that Coraline? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. I still got it.
I've never watched the movie. Not gonna lie.
I I think I saw it once, and maybe
I want to
that's how
watch
I
it.
how I thought of it.
Mhm.
Isn't it Disney movie,
I
right?
think. I think probably.
Yeah, so could be Disney Plus. Do you have that? I do.
No, I don't.
Oh, maybe. Well, it has that sharing feature. I don't know if you can use the. It's like a watch party feature where you can like send people
Mhm.
links and they can
Right.
watch it. I don't know if you can watch it without an account though. I'll have to
Mm.
figure that out.
That'd be an interesting investment. We could totally watch. We could catch up on a lot of movies that we were going to watch before the Rona.
Yeah, we can do watch parties.
Yeah, that'd be
You know,
fun.
sometimes we do it in Discord.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I do them in my Discord server. We did it
Ah,
for
okay.
what we do it for. We did it for the presidential debates.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
That was fun.
Hmm.
So other than desks, I would
Yeah,
have to
right.
say
That's
just general topics of study. I feel like they're starting to do better, but it used to be just sit in a classroom forever and ever and then just leave and do it all again.
yeah.
Like that I don't think people learn like that anymore. Especially when since our society is getting more complex, people know more naturally or
Mhm.
they develop like they learn more things outside of school than they do inside than
Yeah,
than
that's usually
than
yeah, that's usually
previously.
my case. Hmm.
So like people are learning more outside of school. So what people need to do is we need to advance our methods because the classical classroom doesn't really work anymore because like just
Hmm.
telling things at you doesn't
Yeah, it's
always
annoying.
work for everyone. Like for me, I'm more of a person that I got to do it myself, which I guess that's what homework is.
Yeah, pretty
But
much, kind of. For classes that give out homework.
especially for online school, like the motivation just isn't there. I'm not saying I don't
Hmm.
do my homework all the time, but especially during online school, it's a struggle to just like not wander off.
Especially first class in the morning after you just woken up
And that's
and you're
just like a
tired.
classical what's it called? It's just a classic uh cliche for there's that one student who never does their homework.
Right.
So you using homework as a practice tool doesn't always work. And I feel like we've gotten better with the use of computers. You know, you can email your teacher. Whoops, punch my mic.
Ooh.
With the te- teachers and emails, they they can help the student. You know, student can just be like, "I need help." Snap a photo of their problem and send it to the teacher, and the teacher's like, "Oh, I got you."
Right.
You know, and just STEM initiatives, which I guess President Obama kind of started. So just stuff like more hands-on learning for more labs. I think labs are a fun way to
Labs are good.
teach people, which I know can't be done for everything, but like I really liked it when I once I got into like 10th grade and beyond because we did so many more labs. Like for chemistry, he always said I won't ever go over 30 minutes of instruction. After that, it's either practice or lab, which I thought was a
That's
really
nice.
great way to do it.
Yeah, I
And there
like
was a
that.
lot of figure it out because only 30 minutes a day of instruction that You know,
Yeah, it doesn't give you a lot of time to explain everything.
right? So it's a lot of figure it out yourself, but I like that. I like doing
I feel like that can get pretty dangerous in chemistry, though, if you're just
that.
figuring it out yourself. I remember
Well,
we were dealing with some chemical.
any of the mixing of chemicals is directed.
Right,
That would be a
but yeah,
lab
for the
because
rest
a
of it, I
lab
get that.
has procedures.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, the most dangerous thing in that chem lab is, I think there's, it's like hydrogen peroxide, but it's really weak. Like
Mm.
they took the over the counter hydrogen peroxide like 70%, and is it 70%? 15. That would be rubbing alcohol.
Mm.
It's like 15 or 10% hydrogen peroxide, and they water it down even more, so it's like 4 or 5%.
Yeah.
So it's still enough to cause a reaction, but not a wild one,
Not like super bad.
right?
I remember before Rona happened and I had chemistry, we were going to do not like super, but like not like fireworks in the way you think of fireworks, but the teacher just explained it as we were going to do fireworks. And I feel like that probably would have been not a good one. Just figure this one out yourself.
Yeah,
But even with instructions, but still, that still sounds like a fun way to learn. Just go in hands-on learning it. We didn't really get too many labs in my chemistry class, but we did get a few, and they were all pretty fun.
yeah.
When
Labs
my
are
group
cool.
actually worked on them, when my group actually helped. um,
Yeah, we always
uh,
had
mhm,
it. I don't know if you did this, but
mm.
it was always like you always had that one group, and that was your lab group, and it wasn't because it was assigned. That was just your lab group. Like you know what I'm saying?
My lab group was assigned,
Oh,
and it was. I mean, they were okay, but I was always the one doing everything.
well, they let us pick, and
Oh,
you
lucky you!
and just
Lucky
the
you!
same groups every time. Just from the
Yeah.
first day, we picked our lab groups, and you were basically stuck with them
Mhm.
because everyone else had their lab groups. You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
like partnering up. Like even when you do have a choice of a partner, like it's always the same person in that class.
Hmm. It's like when you're in a class with your best friend and the teacher's like, pick partners, and
And
you look at each other
yeah,
like,
you just look at each other like,
Mhm.
hey,
Yeah.
finger
Sadly, I
guns.
didn't get that in chem. I didn't get that in chem. Wait, no, that's not entirely true. No, I always worked next to a group that had most of my other friends, and we just kind of collaborated. So that's how we got around it.
Just like, what if we just swap some people around?
Yeah, that's kind of essentially what we did, and it worked pretty well.
It isn't breaking the rules. It's called
It's
diplomatic
bending them.
reassignment.
Okay.
Diplomatically reassigning tasks to people
In different groups.
in different groups.
Yeah.
Just say as many words as possible, and maybe they'll believe you that it's the way it should be.
Right.
That would be funny if you just said as many words as possible. Just like
That's usually how it works.
it's just like you're somewhere you shouldn't be. And it's just
Just
like,
it's
well, and
confidence.
you tell your entire life story from
Yeah.
from when you were born all the way up till this point, and then they'll just say okay and leave.
Yeah. The key is confidence. That's how you get into most positions in life. Confidence.
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 You just break into the Pentagon.
Confidence though. You gotta do it
Confidence.
confidently. 10 out of
Confidently
10
break into
recommend.
the Pentagon. Steal,
Don't try this at home, kids. Don't actually try this at home.
national treasure. They confidently stole the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, they did it confidently. That's how they got away with it. Duh. Of
Of course.
course.
I am secretly, well, I'm not secretly. I'm actually openly hoping that we hit our extra life goal because incentives. So this is gonna
Right,
be
that'll be
short.
fun.
This is gonna be a short little plug because I really want these incentives to get done. You know, you know, you guys
Mhm.
hit $25. You get to pick a game that I have to stream.
How close are we to that goal, by the way?
None. We're still at zero.
Oh,
But
it's
but
the
uh, but
second month of the year and we're
it's
still at
only been
zero. How about
12
that?
months. It's only been 2 months.
I was
And
about to say
also I haven't
12 months.
12 months. And also I haven't streamed that often this
Okay, yeah,
year.
that's true. That's true.
So to be fair, there's not really much opportunity to like do those things. But
Right.
once I start picking it up, hopefully the algorithm will smile favorably upon me and we can do this once again. Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like for me, and like I'm a student that doesn't have a lot of time on their hands because they have two AP classes. And I'm trying to do this, and the algorithm's like, we don't know you anymore because you left for some time. So that's the usual predicament. If I can get it consistent, I gain subs. Like I see that happen. Like it during the summer, I'll pick up like I'll release a video like every week, and my impressions go up, and my subs go up, and everything goes up. So that's the key. Now I gotta do it.
Yeah, we gotta recommit to the schedule.
Yeah, weekly podcast. Whoops.
Weekly. Okay.
Can we do weekly podcast? Maybe every other week.
Yeah, I was thinking bi-weekly would probably be better. I can
Bi-weekly
do bi-weekly.
podcast.
We can do that.
We can do that. It's doable.
I can make it work.
All right. Uh. Oh, you got a new phone. I forgot about that.
I
You want
did.
you want to talk about that? You want to give us the specs?
I got a new phone. There you go.
All right, cool. Android
No,
or
seriously, it's
Apple?
Android. I wasn't happy with Apple anymore. I was like, okay, I'm done.
Was it my pro Android propaganda?
I mean, in part, I suppose mayhaps, but it was also just because I was like, you know what? I'll try out Android for a bit, and then I tried it, and I'm like, okay, this works a lot better. I just prefer it.
Well, Android did me dirty because Samsung released their latest phone and it doesn't have SD card support.
Well, that's really sad.
Which, I mean, it's pretty sad, but at the same time, the base model has 128 gigs of storage, so I can't be too
Ooh,
mad.
that is pretty good.
Also, I also can't. I also can
You
I
can do
can't.
this. I believe in you.
I can't be too mad either because I bought a Samsung SSD and it works great and I love it. Because something that I didn't have in my other computer that I was streaming on was an SSD. And if you don't know what an SSD is, it's a solid state drive. And it's different from hard drives because hard drives, when you store things on it's a disk. It's a physical disk and it spins like a record player. And it writes stuff and retrieves stuff from the disk using the head. So it's slow. It all depends on the speed of the disk.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it had a 7200 RPM disk, it wasn't that fast. Like it took forever to boot up. Like easily, like I had to, like I could go down, get a glass of water, maybe even make. Well, I couldn't make lunch, but I could get started making lunch, and while the computer starts up. Uh, but now I have this SSD. This thing boots in like under a minute. Like
That's pretty
everything's
good.
fully ready to go in under a minute. Well, less than 30 seconds even.
Wowee.
So
It's half a
SSDs are
minute.
cool. I'm sad I never got one before, and I'm never going back.
Yeah.
That's a lie. I have a hard drive in here too, but that's for big storage because SSDs when they get big they get expensive.
Hmm.
Like you can buy a 2 terabyte hard drive for $50, but a 500 gig SSD is 120. So
Mm.
there's sort of that problem. And SSDs they kind of work like flash drives.
Hmm.
Same type of tech, except big. So yeah, that's your little PC building tip. Get an SSD, you filthy animal. I'm I need to watch Home Alone again.
Do it. I mean, it's not Christmas, but I don't care. Do it.
Is Home Alone a Christmas movie? I mean,
I mean, it's got Christmas elements in it.
yeah,
I mean, the whole thing is them going on Christmas vacation without the main character.
right. We have a DVD collection of all four Home Alone movies, but
Wait,
now
all
they're
four,
all four. There's four.
including that last one.
Yeah, including the last one.
See, I watched a review on the last one. I haven't watched the last one, but I watched a review
Ooh,
on it. And
it's
boy,
it's all right. I want to
I hear
say
it's something.
the second one's my favorite.
Hmm.
The fourth one is
It's out there. It's out there.
it could be
It
better, I
could be
think.
a lot better. It's interesting. The casting is odd too.
Yeah,
It's like it's the same characters, but they replace the actors or something like that.
right, pretty much. Uh, and I don't think. Oop, punch my mic again. I gotta stop doing that. I don't know if you heard that one. That was like a soft
I
touch.
didn't hear that one. No.
So maybe it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think he really popped up anywhere.
But I believe the robbers are different in Home Alone 4.
Yeah, but I think they're the same characters though, is the thing. Like it is a different actor,
No, it's a male
but
and a
one of
female.
them. Yeah, but
And
one of them is still the male one is still the same character as
right,
the other ones.
if I can remember, I maybe I have to watch the whole thing again because now I can't
No, you're
remember.
right, because it is a male and female robber, but the male one is the same character from the first two, I think, but it's a different actor.
Yeah, I remember the second one being my favorite. I don't know why. But
Is that the New York one?
yeah, Home Alone 2
All
Lost
right,
in New York.
I I haven't seen that one. I have seen the first one though.
Yeah. I want to say it's the second one, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is the first one is my favorite. Hmm. They're both good. I know they're both good
Yeah.
because I'm confusing the two over which one is my absolute favorite. And yes, Home Alone is my favorite Christmas movie.
Your favorite Christmas movie? Wow,
Yeah, it holds that coveted title.
that's pretty cool.
Like, when you hold that title, you get the pass to watch Home Alone without it being Christmas. Because anything else, if you watch anything, any other Christmas movie outside of Christmas, except maybe Die Hard, which I haven't seen Die Hard, so I can't really tell you
I've seen a few of them.
over whether or not it's a Christmas movie.
It is. It's certainly a Christmas movie.
Okay, if it is a Christmas movie, then banned. Can't watch it except outside December. But yeah, Home Alone's my favorite, so it's allowed.
Alrighty.
So I have a question. What is your favorite, or sorry, what is
Mhm.
your reaction to like the romancy type, like movies that are supposed to make you cry type movies? I'm curious
I
because I get different
I'm not a
answers.
fan of them. I'm not a fan. I don't watch them. Like the romance movies that make you cry. Like, so you're just talking romance movies, not like
Not
movies in general that make you cry.
it could just be like sad movies.
Okay, so like one where the dog dies in the end or stuff like that. Those kind of movies.
Yeah, if it's a sad movie, sure.
Okay. There
If
have been some. Mhm.
go ahead.
Okay, there have been some sad movies that I liked. I don't remember the names of like any of them. But there have been a few that I liked, but in general, I don't watch a movie to become sad.
I I
I like
just
I'm a fan of
yeah
I'm more of a fan of. mm, Hang on, we should decide who's talking. I'll let you talk. I'll let you go.
okay. So like yeah, for me too. I like the I don't like them as much as I like action movies, adventure
Hmm.
movies.
that sort of thing. It kind of fits with what I like as a gamer, like action adventure.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of movies I like. Like I said, Home Alone, favorite Christmas movie.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I don't watch any. Is there a sad Christmas movie?
Oh, it probably is. Trying to think of one. Oh, none are coming to mind, but there probably is a sad Christmas movie somewhere.
There's probably a sad Christmas movie. We're probably forgetting like a glaringly obvious one too.
Ooh, I don't know if you ever watched Jack Frost. Where the one where the dad dies and turns into a snowman.
Oh,
Uh,
why did
uh, I mean, the dad dies, so I'll count that as being sad.
the dad dies? So it's sad.
The dad dies. That's not a spoiler. It happens in like the first half of the movie. It's like a big part of the movie too. It's like in the plot description. So,
Yeah, I
and
think
it's an old movie, so whatever.
I think I have that. I think I have
It was
that
a
movie.
good
I think I've
movie.
watched it.
Yeah,
So
I'll count that one being a sad Christmas movie.
that's a
But
sad
I can't
Christmas
think
movie.
of any. I can't think of any others.
Yeah, so I do like those action adventure type movies, but
Mhm.
there are some events where I've watched sad movies. I remember this one. I was on a movie date. That's why we watched it, because it was like a romance movie, right?
Mhm.
And I remember watching it, and when it was over, I was like, okay, that was a good movie. And my girlfriend at the time was just bawling, and I'm like, what's wrong? And I'm just like, okay, the movie's over. It's a good story. You know, Lionsgate, they're always banger. They always make banger
Oh yeah.
movies. And I'm just like, yeah, Lionsgate, good producer. She's just like crying. It's like reminds me of whatever. It was like some personal stuff I won't talk about.
Right.
But yeah, and I was just like, yeah, sure.
You're like, okay.
Oh, my dog's going off. 1 second.
All right.
And we're back.
Hey, nice.
Anyway, so in conclusion, I'm just a heartless person.
You don't cry when the main character dies. You didn't cry when Spider-Man died. How dare you?
I actually didn't, but that was because I already knew.
Yeah.
Because when I watched
Yeah, I didn't really.
when I watched that movie,
Mhm.
it wasn't too long after. It was after it released in theaters, so a lot of
Mhm.
people have already seen it.
Yeah.
So
Infinity War was heavily spoiled.
when I saw it, I remember because I was looking up something for an art project I was doing. I was looking up Iron Man mask,
Hmm.
and I saw the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet.
All
And when
right.
people were giving me like a no spoilers version of how the movie was,
Mhm.
and and one of the things there was like when that like it was like they were talking about like it ending in a sacrifice
Mhm.
and how that was a good way to end it, and and then I saw the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet and I go 50% chance to wipe him out too. and,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
Yeah, it was the day before I watched Endgame, and I was sitting on the bus, and a friend of mine, he's like, "Here, look at this meme." And it was like car spoiler or something like that, and then showed it was like I don't remember, but it was like a car spoiler, and then showed a GIF of. And yes, that's how I'm pronouncing it. It's pronounced GIF. I don't care if that argument's over. It's GIF. Um, but it was the GIF of Tony snapping his fingers, and then Thanos, doing the Thanos thing that he did at the end
Yeah.
of that movie. And I was like, okay, well, okay.
Okay.
That was the only thing that got spoiled for me. But I didn't really care. I don't really care too much about spoilers. After how many spoilers I experienced with Infinity War, and I was still able to enjoy it, I was like, okay, maybe spoilers aren't
Yeah,
as bad for me.
especially with that movie because that movie's long. Like if you
Endgame was longer.
yeah.
Endgame was a lot longer.
Yeah, Yeah, that movie is long for a Marvel movie. So, yeah, watching that, and if you spoil one part, it's not gonna spoil the entire movie.
Well, I mean, unless you spoil the ending when Thanos snapped,
Yeah.
but we
Well,
all knew that was coming.
well, by now, people should have seen it. People that want to see it have seen it.
Yeah, the spoiler warning has been off for a long time. I think Endgame came out when we were in 10th grade.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, it was like the end of 10th grade. I remember it was when I watched it.
Hold on, I'm looking this up.
Wait. Yeah.
2019.
Yep. So that would have been like, it would have been like early.
2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty old. I think if I remember correctly, it's set to next year or something like that. No, 2023, I think, so 2 years, maybe.
They are making another one?
No, the time period the Endgame was set in was like at the time it was 5 years in the future when it came out, but it's already almost that year.
So we're almost at Endgame.
We're almost at Endgame, yeah.
Oh. Well. Guess I gotta prepare myself for 50% of the population being wiped out.
No, in Endgame, 50% came back. 'Cause
I
in
know.
Infinity War. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Just be okay with the joke, all right?
No, I won't. For most of this, I thought you were mixing up Endgame and Infinity War. I was like, buddy.
Yes, I absolutely was. Because I'm
Okay,
terrible.
because I was like, buddy, no, he didn't die in Infinity
I'm awful
War.
with movie memory. I'm just like
Okay.
this is how
Someone
it
died in
ends,
a movie. There it is.
and especially
Yeah.
with the series, I always get them confused. Because I always get like movies that are closer, I get confused with them. What was the other thing? That there was this thing that I was thinking about. So it's thing I was thinking,
Yeah, your brain did a thing.
and then we started talking about Marvel,
What was the topic with the sad movies?
sad movies.
And
I
then
was talking
did
about
it
how
come
I'm
from that?
heartless.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, it'll probably come back to me.
Okay. So I do have a question.
What is your question?
What's your favorite board game?
My favorite board game. See, I am a gamer, so I like a lot of games.
Yeah.
Last night I played the board game Pandemic for the first time, and that was pretty fun.
Oh yeah. I remember you sent me a picture of the what was
Yeah,
it?
I took a picture of the
quarantine
quarantine specialist roll card with the caption, and posted it to Snapchat.
Yeah.
I think we're all quarantine specialists this year. Or last year, rather.
Yeah.
Both years, pretty much, at this
Both
point,
years,
so
yeah.
far. So far, we're all quarantine specialists.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost
real
our first
fun.
game. We lost our first game of Pandemic.
Aw.
So, yeah, if a quarantine or if a pandemic arises, don't call me. Is what we learned here.
Yeah. Like that if a pandemic arises. Yeah. Huh.
It's weird.
Mm.
Maybe I shouldn't be the head of the CDC when that happens.
Yeah. I mean,
By the way, Dr. Fauci, can I have a job? But I wouldn't say that's my favorite board game. I do like tabletop RPGs.
yeah, those
I
are
do
fun.
like D&D, but like I count that as that own. They're like their own class
Yeah.
of board
They're
game.
just role-playing game. Yeah. They're
Favorite card game I like Magic the Gathering.
same.
Of course, yeah, we play it all the time.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
time we go to a con where there's
Mhm.
Magic cards. Hopefully, we can go to our local con this year.
That's not happening this year,
Wait,
unfortunately.
they already
Uh,
canceled it?
no, they canceled that last year for different reasons than a pandemic. I don't remember the exact reasons, but the next one should be next year.
Oh, F.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Well, the next time we go to a con, we should, or next time we just meet up again, like a bunch of
Yeah.
us, we should
Yeah, I'm
do
totally packing
we
one.
should do a
Mhm.
draft. Do you know
Okay.
what that is?
No.
So it's basically you build a deck out of a bunch of booster packs.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we could totally just stock up on booster packs and just build a pack. No. Ooh, we
what's
could. St- hmm?
the the last time I played Magic,
Oh God, it's been
it
a long
was
time.
the no, because I actually got cards from it. It's the one when they
Oh.
added the constellations.
Mm.
I forget what they're called.
I don't really follow much news on it. I just like the game. I'm like, ooh, cards. And I
Well,
play.
what I found out was once I started playing their online version of the card game,
Yeah.
they release sets actually pretty fast. Like they
Hmm.
release sets like every few months, and the meta of the
Yeah.
card game changes like week by week. It's kind of insane.
Mhm.
like my like my my haste red deck, my haste 1 mana red deck. You know,
Hmm.
this the speedy my speedy deck in arena just doesn't work
Uh-huh.
anymore because people
Oh.
are just like because the meta changed. So yeah, it actually
Yeah.
progresses pretty quickly, and then it's just us in our little
A
isolated
little. Yeah.
isolated environment where we just use the same cards
Cards. Yeah.
over and over again.
Yeah, it's fun that way. I don't like having to re-update cards, like just buy cards and then all of a sudden they're useless.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
it's fun until uh, like once you start getting into tournament play, I just don't like it
Hmm.
because like tournament play is fun, but how much money are you gonna spend on the new cards to get the new cards that are good and incorporate it into your old decks?
Yeah,
It's just
it seems like that
it's a
would
lot of
take
money.
over too much of your time, too much of your money. Um, but what you were saying about a uh building a deck out of booster packs, it'd be fun if we just bought booster packs, didn't open them until we got there, and then just did a card on opening there and built our
Yeah,
decks there. I feel
uh,
like that would be really fun.
it's called a draft, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, a draft, right? That would be that. I feel like that would actually be really fun, and I would love to do that.
And with the amount of cards we'll have because of the
Hmm.
draft, we could probably even do like if we brought our decks, like our collections, we could
Hmm.
probably even do a commander game.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
So that'd be cool.
I
Or
would.
we can buy
Yeah, I would
commander
love to do that.
decks, or we can just
Hmm.
buy commander decks, but they're pretty expensive last I checked.
Yeah. No,
So
but
maybe
doing
we'll pull
doing the
together.
mm,
We'll figure it out.
yeah, but the booster pack thing that sounds really fun. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I'll alert our group chat about that when we get
Yes.
off this call because I would love to do that genuinely. That sounds like a lot of fun. I've been watching some card openings recently, and
Oh,
they're actually kind of fun. They're actually kind of exciting to watch, and I would love to do one.
do a card unboxing.
That'd be
There's
fun.
a there is I actually do want to make board game content on this channel eventually. Like
Hmm.
uh Ben, the guy who edits videos and we do the legume technology stuff. You know him.
Right.
He was on the
Yeah, yeah,
cast.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Uh he bought this board game off a Kickstarter. It's an SCP board game called Escape from Site 19.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
So he was talking about doing that, but of course all the Rona stuff has to be taken care of first. And I punched my mic stand again. Uh, so yeah, maybe we'll do that soon. I don't know if we'll record it. We might just play it.
Yeah.
But
Either way, I'd still be down. That sounds like a lot of fun.
yeah, just doing some board game content would be fun.
Hmm.
Of course, you guys could. Of course, the audience here could just force it If they raise
I mean,
$25.
yeah.
Remember,
We still have
every
that,
$25, you guys get to pick a game.
yeah, weren't we going to do a D&D stream like last year?
Yeah,
Mm.
now it's a milestone. If
Mm,
you
okay.
hit the milestone, I can't remember now.
Okay.
It
But yeah, I would.
D&D, and that'll be cool.
Yeah, that would be fun. I haven't played my character in your campaign in a very long time, so it'd be fun to get back into that.
I miss playing. We
Yeah,
need to
it's
get
been
back
fun.
into it.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for the past, what, 2, 3 weeks, and we still haven't done it.
We're just like, yeah, we should probably play D&D eventually.
Yeah,
You
we're like,
guys
let's
want to
play
do
D&D.
D&D?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
that
and then
sort
we
of
never
thing.
did. I even want to reformat because I remember the character I have for your campaign. He's a bard, but he's like his stats aren't like updated to his current level, and he never acts like a bard.
He
I've been
never.
wanting to, yeah, I've been wanting to reformat him into like properly being a bard and like properly level him up and all, but I just keep putting it off.
Just like optimization. Nah,
hmm
we don't need
The funny
that.
thing is, though, I have been working on another character since then, but that's also a bard. Uh, I I just haven't gotten to his name's Shathid. I just haven't gotten to Shathid yet.
So yeah. Also, another thing I want to do. I want to get Cyberpunk Red and play it
Oh, that would be a lot of fun.
because it just
hmm
looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah, and the
Also,
cyberpunk settings are really cool anyway.
I just love that. Yeah, I love that setting too. Just
hmm
Cyberpunk's really cool.
Yeah, I'd love to play Cyberpunk. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Let's do it
Yeah.
once we resolve one of these. What? How many campaigns do we have running?
Oh
Like
God, so
like
many.
4.
4 or 5,
We basically have a
maybe. Hang on.
campaign for. Okay.
Any situation
Yeah,
where any of us are
we
absent.
basically, yeah, if one person's absent, we just have a campaign for it.
hmm
So it's
And,
like,
and in
oh,
some
we
cases,
can't
we have
make it,
more
and it's
than
like,
one.
okay, we'll just run this other campaign we have.
Yeah. Um, I think that's led to some conflicts before, but for the most part, it's worked pretty well.
Yeah.
hmm I'm trying to remember how many exactly we have. We have yours. I think we had a one shot for yours that we just never finished.
There was
Um,
this. Oh, I think I know
I
what you're
remember
talking about.
I played like a hippie wizard in that one. That was months ago because we were still in person when we played that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember like
Wait,
anything from it too much.
was that XO1?
Exit one. I don't remember
Oh,
anything
right.
about
You
it
don't know
at
any of
all.
the names because
No.
they're all like kind of kept under wraps.
We had just started that campaign that day, and that was the only time we played it.
Yeah. So I have a creative writing class, and I was actually thinking about our D&D campaign one day,
Oh.
and I think it would be cool to write a D&D book styled or a D&D like it's like a
hmm
condensed story of our D&D adventures except from the
I would love that.
perspective of one of the characters in the game. Uh well, you'll know this, not anyone else will know this,
Mhm.
but know what I'm talking about, but it's from the perspective of Ada, which was originally my
Yeah.
DMPC but was converted into a player
A
character.
player character. Because we had a new player join. We were just like, you need a character. Here, have this one.
Have my
No, that sounds
DMPC
like a lot of fun. Because that's the campaign of Shathid. I'd love to see an outside perspective on him. Haven't gotten many.
outside perspective of Shadid. I didn't think about
On
that.
this tiefling named
How
Shathid.
am I going to personify? How am I going to characterize that man? That
I'll give you help if you want. I'll help you on this assignment.
he's just so. He's such a
He's eccentric, I think.
eccentric. Yeah, that's a word.
I'm going for eccentric with him.
Yeah, that's the word
But
for
no,
it.
yeah, I think it would be fun if like all of us pitched in ideas for our own characters on how that would go if we
How
all
I
worked
should
together on the
portray
story.
them. That'd be cool. As
Mhm.
like maybe I'll print. Maybe I can get it printed at Staples, and then we can like. It'll
Oh, that
be
would be
like a
so much fun.
nice little catalog for you guys
hmm
once we finish the
Oh,
campaign. Because one of
that's
my
I don't know how long
ideas,
ago it's gonna be.
because
Uh,
I've never finished a campaign before, but one of the ideas was just to make sure it's like this storied adventure, is to have a little souvenir that you guys can
Yeah.
have once we finish it. So maybe
And of
something
course,
like that.
I've got my little player character that I use in place for Shafid. It's my upside down Steve
Up-
figure.
Not just
So that's a bit of
Minecraft
a
Steve, upside down Minecraft Steve.
upside down dinner bone Minecraft Steve. So that's my little memento. But no, a book would be really cool, especially written from a perspective of a character who came into the campaign. I think we met them in the second or third adventure, maybe.
Sorry, say that again.
I said, we met Ada in our second or third
Yeah,
adventure, right? Yeah,
I think it was the third.
right. I just realized we got a pet bird, and I don't remember if we brought the bird along in our last
Oh,
adventure.
BB.
BB. I don't remember if we brought BB along in our last adventure because I remember we were getting into some dangerous territory last time. Clearing room for
these
some
guys,
slaves.
these what insane wild parties just this insane party just tamed a bloodhawk. And, and if you don't know what a bloodhawk is, it's a big old bird with like claws bigger than your hands, and its wingspan is like, I think it's at like 10 feet. It's kind of insane. It's massive.
I never actually imagined. I never took the time to wrap my head around how massive BB is. 10 feet wingspan? Is that like both wings?
Maybe
or
it's
10 feet?
Yeah. Well, no, it's 5 foot.
Or like
each.
they amount up. Okay, each wing is 5 foot.
Yeah.
Or
So
it would be less than 5 foot, wouldn't it be? Because of the size of the body.
So it's like if you spread out. Wingspan is if you
from
if
one
your
wingtip to the other.
if your arms are from one wingtip to the other.
All right. That's a big bird.
Yeah. I might be wrong on that because I forget the last time I looked up that information, but you can look it up yourself.
We can just go with that.
Just look up how big is a bloodhawk. Anyway, it's massive. And then one of our barbarian in our party was just like,
we felt bad for the.
I'll just put him on
BB.
my shoulder.
Why? Yeah, it's because we were walking on a cliff side, and there were these two birds flying overhead attacking us, I think, or maybe they weren't. And I think my character is the one who shot him down. One of them died, and then the other one hit the ground but didn't die. So I had to try to put it out of its misery or something. And our barbarian was like, "No, wait."
And then he took it. He tamed it. I had
that's how I
to.
remember it.
So I was just like scouring the r/D&D subreddit, just trying to find some sort of homebrewed taming system, because it's kind of weird. But taming doesn't exist in that game, which is weird.
That is odd, considering you can have like familiars or like.
Yeah, you can.
I think you can have like.
You can
pets
have
and stuff.
familiars and pets and mounts.
Yeah, and mounts.
But you can't have You can't tame a creature. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's so odd.
And they used to have taming in 2.5 edition.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pathfinder.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm thinking about like maybe I'll try a 2.5 edition game, but that's like learning a whole new rule set, and I'll get confused.
Yeah.
But there's like options for peace, which I guess you could do peace in 5th edition, but in 5th edition it's harder because the DM can just kind of throw you into combat. But there's this thing in Pathfinder called diplomacy roll, which I thought was pretty interesting. So I don't know. That was just a mechanic I found interesting.
That is really cool. But yeah, we just decided to tame a bird, a giant bird.
Gigantic bird. And he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'll plop it on my shoulder here." And I'll be like, "You can't do that. It's massive. Right? I'll plop it on my 2 shoulders then." And then I'm like, "Whatever."
Then it like dig its claws into his shoulder, and he took like 5 points of damage or something.
I think I did that. It was like, 1d4 damage, and after like an hour you got used to it, and you just built up calluses on your shoulders.
You're just like, it's fine. This character gets so beat up.
This is fine.
Yeah, he had like all of his ribs broken at one point, and he's like, whatever.
Also, another homebrew thing that I thought was really cool, and I commented about this on Twitter. Is there's this person, I forget their name now, but they made this combat wheelchair, and it's
Oh,
incredible.
a combat wheelchair?
Yeah,
How does that work?
I'll have to show you the specs, but it's really good because what it does is basically what it says. It's a combat wheelchair, so and it's really good for diversity because now disabled people have like a route in D&D. Because in D&D, it's
Yeah.
like
So nice.
if people want to play something that's more like their self and they're disabled and they're in a wheelchair, there's no wheelchairs in Dungeons and Dragons world. So this puts
that
it
is
in there.
nice. I like that. That's really nice.
And she got a community spotlight and all that, and she's still not verified.
Aw.
So
No, that's really cool, though. I'd love to see the stats for that.
yeah, I'll share the doc with you.
Combat wheelchair. You're saying combat wheelchair, and all I can think of is Davros's chair from Doctor Who.
I mean, it's like this wheelchair made from like artificers made it, and you can imbue it with magic to make it controlled by
that's so
telepathy, and you can put upgrades on it, like crossbows and stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, that's really cool. I love that. Hang on, I just realized you could totally play Stephen Hawking in D&D now. So
That would be
that's really
cool.
cool, though. That would be so cool.
Yeah, I just really like the fact that it's all about, like, that isn't the complete idea behind it, of course, but the good, like that part of the idea of doing good for other people, which I just think is really wholesome.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So on that note, we've asked our questions.
Yeah, our call is at an hour and 3 minutes at this point.
Yeah,
So that's pretty good.
we
We've made
did
good
it.
time.
We made it. We thought we
did
weren't
it.
gonna make it, but we did.
We did it. I never doubted for a moment.
Not a
I told
moment.
you in the beginning.
You told
I
me.
told you in the beginning.
Yeah, you told me in the beginning. Oh,
I was
we'll
like,
just
make
do
up
this.
something. Yeah, we'll make it through, and we did.
We did.
We exceeded our normal time even.
Yeah. I don't know how we do it. We're just cracked,
At the end, we just really got into D&D.
basically. So, yeah, that's the end.
Yeah.
Hit the like button if you liked it. You can subscribe for more content. You can check out the Discord and hang out with us.
We have a Discord?
Yeah, we got a Discord.
didn't know
I think
that.
I think you're in it.
That one? I thought we just used that for the guests that we have on.
Oh, you're not in it.
No?
You're not in it?
Okay.
Oh,
Hang on, can we talk about
I'll have to send
how
it
the
to you.
co-host of this we gotta talk about how the co-host of this podcast isn't in the podcast Discord. I
Hold
didn't
on.
know.
Let me send it to you. I'll send it to you here in a
All right.
second.
All right.
Anyway.
I mean, I'm not offended. I just find that really funny. The co-host isn't in the podcast. I mean, isn't in the Discord.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
the Discord where I announce streams and stuff, and we host movies.
Oh. Wow.
Anyway,
So yeah, join the Discord, I guess.
join the Discord. Jerry will be there.
I'll be there.
So yeah.
I won't be able to stop laughing about that one.
So yeah, check out Extra Life. You know, donate, support Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. Great cause, I swear. I swear I'm not extorting money out of you.
No, it's a good cause.
Good cause. Yeah, that's everything. Well, and we'll see you in number 13.
We're finally there.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.